Hello everyone, it's Bella, the founder of the Embodied Wellness Institute, and today as I was looking through all of the videos that I had recorded since the beginning of the pandemic, it's been a little bit over a year now, I just felt so much gratitude and wanted to thank you for really listening to me and following me, and also for engaging in this dialogue and constructing together a new model of what it really means to be healthy, to really enjoy every moment of this journey of discovering wellness, pleasurable wellness, what I call it, and also of really putting together some parts that have been taken out of our health model, of our well-being, and putting them back to where they belong. So today, I wanted to really zoom in and focus on one of the topics that I find are still extremely taboo and really left out from this discussion, and it has to do with sexuality, and what central role it has in our health and well-being. So the subject of sexuality really illustrates in a very powerful way how healthy and pleasurable can really be part of the same road. And so by talking about sexuality, I'm not just talking about sex, and we're going to talk about what sexuality really means, but I also want to highlight how, in reality, as humans, we were created in a way, we're designed, our bodies are designed to really feel pleasure when we engage in activities that are good for us. So to illustrate how sexuality is key in all of these different aspects for our health, for finding purpose on our spiritual journey, I wanted to give you a personal example. So after having my first child, or my only child, Louisa, the first 2 years, obviously, I was in this really deep connection with my maternity, right? With a child and with this process of creation, which was really beautiful. But then at about, when she turned 2.5, I really started having this identity crisis, right? And I'm sure a lot of moms can relate to this, of, am I still a woman? Am I still attractive? What's my new role? Did I turn into a mom? And is that all I have, kind of left for the rest of my life? Where does sexuality and my femininity fall into this new place that I found myself in? And unfortunately, there was no place to seek for answers, right? That was a question that I had, and no one could answer it for me, right? It's as if, in our society, we're not supposed to ask that question. I found myself apathetic, not really excited about work. I found myself also kind of unattractive and feeling like everyone else was unattractive around me. I felt like there's no more attractive men around. Just felt like the world was kind of black and white or gray. I was really lucky to, at the time, have set up the Embodied Wellness Institute. It was exactly at around that time. And I was really lucky to bring an amazing professional, Andrea Santiago, whom I'm sure you've met on a number of occasions, who started teaching us, and this became one of my most popular courses, is the Tao of Love Sexuality. A course that really brings from the ancestral Chinese tradition, it brings the wisdom of one of the pillars of longevity, which is sexuality. And with it, it really brings a science of how to cultivate our own sexual energy, which is equivalent to our vital energy. So both for the Chinese and Indians, right, in the Kundalini yoga and in a lot of the tantric practices, they see the sexual energy, which sits at the base of our spine, as the vital energy, the force that we have. That's kind of the beginning of everything. So it's the source of our vitality and energy. It's the source of our physical and emotional well-being, and it's also the source of creativity. So when I started participating in these classes, as someone that was organizing them, but I ended up doing some of the practices myself. And the practices are really simple. A lot of them are just breathing exercises. There are some contractions that you do. So it's very much individual focused. It's not focused on the couple, even though there are more advanced practices there for the couples. But once I started doing these exercises, after a while, I realized that my energy was coming back. I started becoming much more creative. I had a lot more energy and vitality to go around. I felt more attractive. I was excited about, waking up in the morning and going about my day-to-day activities. And, once we get married and have children, we assume that sexuality is very much a sort of unidirectional force, right? We're only allowed to think about our sexuality in relation to the exchange with someone. But in reality, sexual energy is something that's completely your own. It's something that you own inside of you, and it's your responsibility to cultivate it. Apparently, this is something we never learn, in our societies, especially the Western societies. And so this was something really bizarre for me, but I realized that it was working. And so this year, I really want to focus on this. Is going to be one of the topics that we're really going to be discussing a lot. And the Tao of Love training is going to become an English. It was only offered in Portuguese. Now it's going to be offered in English as well shortly. So I'm really excited about that, because I really believe that these tools can help us not only, become more, enjoy more pleasure in our lives and, within the couple, but also open our eyes to the fact that sexual energy is the source and the beginning of everything. So if that energy is blocked, your creativity is blocked, your health, your vitality is blocked, your well-being is blocked. So it's the source of everything. And so starting next month, I am going to be putting on a program called The New You. And the new sexual you is going to be part of this program, one of the pillars, because I really believe that we need to reconnect with that part of ourselves and allow ourselves to feel pleasure in sexuality, but also to understand that when we allow that energy of pleasure to come in and we allow ourselves the right to feel pleasure, then that extends to everything else that we do. And we realize that being healthy should be pleasurable, and that everything that we seek out, to make ourselves feel good and to, to live healthy shouldn't be about suffering. It should be about pleasure. So I really hope that you will follow the upcoming videos, join us in the New You program, and in the upcoming videos, I'll be sharing more of these exciting new ways of looking at health. And I would really love to hear from you what you think about all of this and what you would like to hear in the next videos.